Welcome back to Girl Talk. You may recognize this beautiful space. We are filming here at the Vinery off of East Wash. That's how Elise says it, so I'm trying to be cool.
That's how most people that live in Madison say it.
All right, we're going to chat with those folks later. Right now, we are joined by a lovely lady with a beautiful name. I'm so excited to introduce you to Fiorella Neira from Neira Event Group, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So we are going to talk about, you have a business where you are an event planner and designer, and I think I speak for all of us when I say what a dream job. It sounds amazing.
It's a lot of fun.
I bet it is.
I'm sure a lot of work though too.
Yes.
But the payoff has to be great.
Yes, risk reward. So let's talk about, this is actually the time where people are getting engaged, right? Holiday time, New Year, it's kind of romance in the air. Engagement season is upon us, so look out. But give us some tips for folks who are starting the planning process.
Sure. So there's really 3 tips that I can give because they play off each other. The first one's going to be you want to start communication right away about what your budget's going to be. And then you want to think about where you want to get married, whether that's the city or the venue. And then from there is how many people you're going to invite.
That's where it gets tricky.
I was going to say, I've never been close to getting married, but I bet that's a difficult one.
Oh, you absolutely plan on having a nice, quaint little wedding. Well, at least that was me. And then as you plan, and all of a sudden your finances are going up too.
Yeah.
And yeah, they all play off each other. So I always tell my brides, make your list.
Yeah.
If you don't have a list, you'd never really know what your guest list is going to look like.
Sure.
So what you want to do is make your list because that's going to determine your budget. And that's going to determine how big of a venue you need.
Oh.
It kind of does. You have to plan everything around that. I don't
Right.
really think
Fiorella, do you help them? Like, are you cutthroat in a way like, you haven't seen this person in 5 years? Do you help them out in that way?
She's got like a black marker and
Actually,
X
I
their
have a
name.
little handout that I give to them, and it just says if you haven't seen them for a year and you don't talk to them, X them out.
Really? So you
great
do
advice.
actually.
Yeah, it's just a handout. They make the final decision.
Sure.
But it just gives them a heads up of if you're not really talking to that person, is it going to be cutthroat if you're not going to have them at your wedding?
Right.
Because we all have that one friend that we haven't seen in a long time, but we know that they're going to make the party go.
Sure.
Right.
So we want them to come, you know?
I love it.
So tell us a little bit about the trends that are happening for 2017.
So trends right now are so exciting. Things are changing, and it's making me so happy. So the first thing that's going to happen next year that I'm seeing a lot is greenery. A lot of greenery.
I love that.
Eucalyptus, fern, installations that include a lot of greenery above. So things not only going up into the ceiling, but also coming from the ceiling as well.
Ooh,
I always love that.
that's different. So is there a place that you have all of these tips and ideas that people can access?
I do. We have a podcast. It used to be
Awesome.
called Tulip and Laughter. It's going to change for January. It's going to be Fiorella Talks Weddings.
Love it.
And it's
To the
already,
point.
yeah, just to the point. And then we also have a blog where you can see our events because we also do corporate and community events and fundraisers. So our blog
perfect.
talks about more weddings and events.
Sure. A great resource if you are looking for some inspiration.
Yes.
Awesome.
Absolutely. And we got about a minute left, but I want to touch on, people are kind of winding down from some of the end of the year holidays, gearing up for, New Year's and all kinds of different parties that you get to have in the winter time. So if you're not planning a wedding, some quick tips for party planners.
Sure. So if you're having a party at home for New Year's, the first thing that we do, or the first thing that I do, is I look at my house and I see what furniture do I have that serves no purpose.
Sure.
If it's not seating, if it's not going to be holding drinks or anything like that, let's open up the space because likely we are not used to having 15, 20 people at our home in our living room. So I usually take a couple things out of my house, put them in a room that I'm not going to use, and then I open that space up with some more seating or
That's really
some
smart.
tables.
Makes
That's
your
a
home
good
feel
idea.
bigger.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We've gotten lots of good tips from you already. So just a sample of what you can get with Neira Event Group. This is Fiorella, and thank you so very much for joining us today.
Thank you, ladies, for having me.
Thank you.
We're going to be back with more Girl Talk after this, so please stick with us.